ladies and gentlemen. Today we have a smaller brand from Africa. This is Asorock, and they're producing some new watches called the Transporter 2 series, and it actually has a diamond moissanite bezel, which is pretty interesting. We haven't seen that on this channel before. And I also have another watch to show you in case you don't like that kind of diamond bezel stuff. But anyway, the shipping was pretty fast. They're based in Africa. As you can see, this is the box it comes in. It's a pretty decent box, actually. You get a 2-year warranty card. You get a thank you notice with a discount code, a polishing cloth as well. Your watch comes on here and a little space to store stuff in here. That's the box. Pretty nice box in a grayish color. Now here in front of you is the Transporter V2. It's a pretty flashy watch, I must say. As you can see, we have that moissanite diamond bezel, which does shine like crazy with all different colors of the rainbow when the light is applied to it or when light passes through it. I will show you that in a little bit outside. Anyway, it's a solid 316L stainless steel case. It's actually a pretty nice case, kind of that Genta style, that integrated bracelet, all brushed stainless steel. Besides the little portions on the sides of the bracelet, you have a little chamfer here polishing on the case as well. And the dial is really, really cool. It's kind of galaxy star-like dial, which is pretty interesting. It's a black dial. A lot of information on this dial as well. It is running a quartz movement. Now this one, the price for this one is $550 US, but there are some discounts. I'll drop some links down in the description below. You can save like 10 or 15%, maybe even on their website you can save even more. So definitely check out their website. There are some codes. But yeah, I've had experience with this brand before, and I never had a quality control issue or anything like that. So this time, same thing around. No quality issues with this watch at all. Now this watch is available in a cubic zirconia. Now what is moissanite? What is cubic zirconia? I do know a little bit about diamonds. Well, moissanite is basically a man-made diamond. It's made with the same process, but it's man-made, and they really don't have many, imperfections, as one would say. As you get a closer in look at this stone here, you can see the stones are really, really perfect. They're VVS1 moissanite stones. As you can see, they're individually set into the bezel here, and it looks like a micro pave setting here, as you can see, and they're quite large stones. Something like this, if natural diamonds, would cost like $4,000 or $5,000, $6,000. Well, with VVS1s, with VVS1s, you're probably looking at like $10,000 or maybe around $10,000 for something like this. So you're saving a lot of money, and you're still getting that nice real diamond look. And technically, it is a diamond. It has some of the same features. It's not as hard as a diamond by a couple points on the scale. But it does shine a little bit more brighter than a diamond, I must say. It kind of has that more rainbow effect. There's a lot more brilliance to it, and it shines a lot more. But anyway, it looks pretty good for an affordable watch. $550, you're getting man-made diamonds, and a pretty decent watch as well. Anyway, getting into the actual watch. If I didn't mention, the cubic zirconia version is much cheaper at $350 if you're going that route. But I must say, it is worth it to get the moissanite. It does look a lot better. But anyway, this watch is 42 millimeters in terms of case diameter here. That's from my calipers. 11 millimeters thin, so extremely thin. You're looking at 10 without the bezel, 11 with the bezel and that sapphire crystal. So we do get a sapphire crystal on this watch, which is always nice to see. Applied indices, Asorock logo applied below the 12th. We get a moon phase indicator, as you can see, very nice. We get your day of the month here. Then we get your day of the week. Then we get your time. So you get a lot of information on this watch as well, making it very useful. The watch itself has a pull and push crown over at the 3 o'clock, 50 meters water resistant. Definitely not one to take in the water, so be careful about that. Lug to lug, we're looking at 51 millimeters top to bottom. If you're wondering about the bracelet, it starts at 24 up here, and then it tapers all the way down to 18 millimeters at the butterfly clasp. So yeah, it's a pretty decent taper, and it should be tapered for some, this style of watch. You can see open up here to a nice butterfly clasp here. 2 buttons. Everything closes pretty nicely. No issues there. Taking a look at the case back, we get the nice African country embossed there. Very nice. Held down by screws, which is pretty cool. As you can see, you won't be able to change out this bracelet. It is custom fitted, but they might sell rubber bands. Check on their website. Just some basic specifications, and you get the African country outline there, which is pretty cool. The bracelet definitely large enough to fit up to like a 9-inch wrist, so no issues about that. Now the movement inside of this watch, you might be wondering, what kind of movement it is. It's a Japanese quartz Miyota movement. It's the 6P20, and it has these three configurations here, or complications. It's run on a battery. It has a pretty long battery life of about 2 years. The accuracy is pretty good, and you should expect about 6 or 7 seconds plus a month, which is a lot more accurate than a automatic watch. So yeah, the actual finishing on the case is pretty good. You get a signed crown here as well. No sharp edges or anything like that. I must say the bracelet is actually really comfortable as well. It is using pins, not screws. That is something you wanted to know. But yeah, very easy to function. Pull out one position on this crown here, easy to grip. As you can see, getting a little closer here, I can change the date. Go to the 28th, other way. Sets the moon or the AM PM indicator. And the day of the week will go at the hands when you set the hands. So you have to go around full 24 hours to change the day of the week, as you can see here. Go around once more, and that will change to Sunday. It should change to Sunday. Yep, there it goes, to Sunday. Okay, there we go. Set this at 10:10, push that down, and no issues with that whatsoever. So yeah, pretty decent. There is some loom on the actual hands themselves, and that's about it. Like I said, it's not a dive watch. It's a more dressy kind of, going out watch, I'd say. So yeah, there is loom on the actual hands and nothing else. But I want to show you how it looks on my wrist and give you my final thoughts. I also have another watch to show you. If you're not a fan of these diamond bezel watches, they do produce some other watches as well. I do have one to show you, and it's actually really affordable, like $250 minus the discount. You're looking at like 200 bucks. And it's an automatic Miyota movement, and it's a pretty decent looking watch. It's a skeletonized watch, actually. And I'll show you that in a second. On my 6.5-inch wrist, the watch actually hugs the wrist really nicely and fits pretty nicely on the wrist. So no issues there with the size. Actually looks pretty crazy with those diamonds. A lot going on here. Pretty cool watch. Definitely looks a lot more expensive than it costs, obviously. People are going to probably ask, what kind of watch is that when you're out. But yeah, the diamonds definitely do shine a lot. But like I said, like I showed you earlier, when you go outside, or even when you're inside, off the camera, they shine a lot more than on the camera. But yeah. They look pretty good. Now here in front of you is another option they're offering, a newer watch they released. This is the two-tone Jubilee. It's actually $250, and like I said, with a discount code, you're going to save a lot more money. This is actually an automatic watch, and it's a skeletonized watch, which is pretty cool. This is in the two-tone, has stainless steel and then plated gold, as you can see here. Pretty decently sized watch, not too big. But yeah, this one comes in at $250, so if you don't have the money for the other one, maybe this is something better for you, and it's automatic as well. Anyway, this watch is 40 millimeters. It's solid 316L stainless steel. It's 50 meters water resistant, just like the Transporter V2. 45 lug to lug, and you're looking at 12 millimeters thick. As you can see here, solid brushed 316L stainless steel case, pull and push crown, signed AR crown as well. You get polishing on the sides of the bezel here, which is really nice. The finishing is actually really, really good on this one. If you take a closer look, the finishing is really nice and smooth. Very good job on the case finishing on this one, as you can see here. So this does have an automatic Miyota skeletonized movement, and we also do get a look at it from the exhibition case back. As you can see there, really, really cool. Beats at 3 Hz, has hand winding. It does not have hacking, this one. As you can see, you can wind it via the crown. Nice set of crown guards here. You pull out one position, then you can set the time here. Nice legible hands over that dial. Considering it is skeletonized, it's a little harder to read. So I did put those, broad hands so you can really read the time. Asorock logo at the 12. You get Romans, and then you get indices applied as well. A kind of goldish color there, as you can see, and then mixed with red on the chapter ring, which is pretty cool. So you got kind of the red, gold, and the black going together nicely. But yeah, this one has the butterfly clasp as well. As you can see here, same exact clasp. And then it clasps down, and it does state Asorock on the signed clasp. Little gold hints here on the center links. And yeah, not too bad. As you can see, this one wears a bit smaller on the wrist than the other version we just looked at. But yeah, not too bad. I think it has a nice look to it, and it's a bit cheaper as well if you don't have the money for the other version. On my 6.5 inch wrist, this watch does look pretty crazy with the skeletonization, right? I must say this one does fit a little smaller on the wrist than the other one. Has a little bit smaller of lug to lug. It feels like that for me. And everything definitely wraps nicely around the wrist. You get that nice sapphire coated crystal in this one, considering it's a bit cheaper. Yeah, nice screws on the top, kind of that Genta design like I stated. And you get those gold links with the gold bezel and the polishing on the side. But yeah, definitely a pretty funky, cool looking watch. If you're looking for something very different, a skeletonized watch, that's automatic and that's very affordable, this could be the way to go. So furthermore, guys, these two watches from Asorock, I think they're pretty interesting. They don't look like some other brands that are out there. Obviously, they have a magenta design style case, but their dials and their layouts, everything is very, very different. They're definitely pretty unique, I must say, in their terms of design on their dials, which is pretty cool. And this one obviously has a lot more complication than this one. This is just a three-handed no date. So as you can see, very symmetrical. This one does have your date, day of the week, and a moon phase, and your time, and the diamond bezel. So you're getting a lot more for your money on this one. Well, this one is automatic as well, so they're both kind of good, decent deals, I would say. But anyway, there are no quality control issues. Obviously, if you don't like the design or the style, you're not going to like it. But this is something that catches your eye. Definitely check them out. I will drop a link down in the description below so you can check them out after this video. This one really does shine like crazy, though, out in the light. It's pretty crazy, these diamonds. Moissanite. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below as usual. This is Watch Addiction Watch Reviews coming out with you. This is Watch Addiction Watch Reviews coming to you with the new Asorock releases. I reviewed a couple of their watches in the past, even a tourbillon, which was actually really cool. So definitely check back in my log, you can watch that video. Anyway guys, let me know what you think. Throw the video a like, subscribe to the channel, share the video with your friends. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.